What's going on, world?
Hey, everybody.
It's your guy, TJ, the ambassador of the new cool.
And your girl, Dani, your permanently exhausted pigeon. And this is another episode of Lovers Quarrel.
Episode 39, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're climbing up the ranks.
We're about to be middle-aged.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry
for the long pause.
When you hit your 40s, you know?
That's middle age?
Well, 50s, 40s. I'm just saying.
Be great. As always, how are you doing?
I am good, but I am tired. I know I'm always tired, but this week, one of my teachers was, like, my teammates was out all week. He's been sick. He doesn't, in all fairness, he doesn't ever really get sick. He literally, like, only took one day off last year, all school year.
Do you get an award for that?
No, but it's just a testament to, like, how he comes to work every day. But this week, you know, he had, like, bronchitis and some other shit. So it's been, you know, a little tight because we didn't have a substitute. So you got to make do with the same amount of kids, but down one teacher. And, yeah, so that kind of is a drain. And we had back to school night for Tatum on Tuesday. And then I had back to school night tonight. And, you know, we are. But enough about me because I know how to ramble. How are you doing? What's up with you?
You know, I'm cool. I'm doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Like?
You said what?
Doing what you do, like what?
Cop some sneakers this week, you know. Got some exclusives.
What are they? What'd
First,
you get?
And you know what? That will be my elevator talk. But go ahead.
Okay.
Let's just go into it.
Okay. Elevator talk. Going up.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't going up. Can we go down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Going down.
Yeah, thank you. So, my wife would say I have a addiction to online shopping. I don't necessarily agree with her, but whatever.
Mm.
I won the LeBron, the female edition, these special edition sneakers, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
So they're like 2 and some change. The reselling them was like 4 and some change. Get my box. Box was wet as fuck.
Because it's been raining.
Because of all the hurricanes and shit like that.
Florence, bitch ass.
Reach out to Nike and they're just like, oh, well, we can refund you. Bitch, I don't want a refund.
Give me a new box.
No, I don't want a new box. Like, what I really want them to do be like, listen, we got some new exclusives coming out. We got you. We're going to make sure shit's right. That didn't work for me. Fuck them. Reached out to StockX. Like, listen, this is how the box came, sent pictures. It was like, listen, if you send it, we're not going to be able to accept it. And I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm building up my reputation with StockX. So I can't fuck that up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it, let me use this website called GOAT. Now, GOAT, so the difference with StockX and GOAT is StockX is dead stock only, meaning that they can't be worn ever.
Wait, the shoes, like, to sell them, they could have never been. Like,
they could have never been worn. They have to be brand new in the box, never touch the floor.
Okay.
And the box has to be, like, brand new.
Got it.
Whereas GOAT, the box can be whatever. All that good shit.
A little more willy-nilly.
So, posted it, put my shit up there, took a picture, said the box was damaged, put my price, and them bitches sold.
How much?
It was a nice, it was a good come up.
More than what you paid for it?
So that was my down, and then I kind of went up. But yeah, you're not getting nothing. So
I don't want any.
Yeah, I'm just saying the face that you just made was like you wanted some of my...
Your money?
Yeah.
No.
Some of my addiction money.
I don't.
All right, cool.
To seek help.
Okay.
Like, I got boxes in the mail at school today because, like, these other books came. And I looked at them and I was like, these would all fit pairs of TJ's sneakers to return or to send back. So I'm like, I'm going to hold them and bring them home because you always talk about you need boxes to ship stuff back. So
anyway,
soon come.
So that was my elevator That was down, but then I went up with it because being able to sell it, that was a positive. Because I was going to send it back, but I was like, I only bought them because I wanted to resell them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't resell them because the bitch ass post office. But you know what? God always makes a way. So
He does.
Shout out to GOAT.
True that. All right, moving on. Going up. So, despite being your permanently exhausted pigeon, 2 simple things have excited me thus far in this last week or so. Number 1 is Tatum. Y'all, she peed in the potty twice. We are on our way to being potty trained. It was a bittersweet moment. But baby girl's growing up. And the other one is just that, like, you know, I'm back in, like, grad school full swing as well. And knock on wood, like, thus far, I've been getting good grades. And I've been turning stuff in, like, well in advance or, like, not at the 11th hour. So I'm hoping that can stay the same. So that way, you know, I'll be graduating with high honors and stuff like that. So it just feels good to know that I'm still capable of getting, like, good grades. And, like, even though there's a whole bunch going on. But
Yeah, that typically happens when you apply yourself.
you sound so shady.
What?
You sound so shady. You're like, yeah, typically, yeah, you do well when you apply yourself, which is like the implication of like, oh, Mrs. Byerson doesn't apply herself.
I'm just saying, if your students knew what kind of student you are.
I am a good student, but so here's the thing. I was a great student when all my job was a student.
Sounds like an excuse to me, but go ahead.
Sounds like you need to let me get to my point.
Go ahead, my fault.
So when my only job was to go to school, 97% of the time I did well. Okay? I can think of like 3 classes in my educational career where I got poor grades, but I still pulled it out overall. Now when you talk about grad school, when you have a husband and a child and work and all this other stuff going on, it becomes exponentially more difficult.
Facts.
So you're trying to squeeze as much time out as possible. I'm doing homework during my planning period. I'm doing homework in the morning before the kids come up. I'm doing the best I can, but doesn't mean I wasn't applying myself before too. It just takes getting accustomed to.
Got you.
Don't come for me, Mr.
Listen, I didn't say anything else. All I said was...
This is happening when you apply yourself.
Okay.
You. My name is TJ. Exactly.
Somebody's salty.
I'm not salty.
Are you finished? Can we get off this elevator?
Prepare for the closing doors. We are off.
Thank you.
So
we have relationship tip of the week?
I mean, I do.
I mean, listen, you already know. I'm here. So go ahead. Let me hear your shit.
Are we going to go for a walk or are we going for a talk with you?
Ooh, shady lady is always here.
I learn from the best.
I mean, listen.
So my tip of the week, which is simple but effective, is sometimes work to be in the moment. That's something that I say that because I was thinking about it and I was like, it's something that I have to work on sometimes too, because it's really hard for some people to like really be in the moment with the person, like present with your partner or your person, your relationship, because you have so many other things to do or places to go or whatever. So being in the moment sometimes is a great opportunity to just appreciate what's in front of you. And that's what I got. Jack, you ready for the next one?
You got another one?
No. Oh, well, I mean like yours, not my next one, but just, are you ready to give the next one?
Yeah.
You always ready? And TJ, I'm always ready.
Listen. This is real simple. After your woman showers, or your partner showers, meet them with a dry towel and help them dry off. It's the simple things.
It's so I hate you.
That's the simple things.
So I should go take a shower after we finish recording.
I mean, listen.
You'll meet me with the towel and wrap me up in your arms.
Listen, simple things, you know? Help you get lotion.
Is it a warm towel? We should get a towel warmer. That would be like...
That's rich people talk.
That would be very beneficial.
Let me tell you, my wife is rich.
I'm most certainly not.
She gets bags. I'm over here pinching.
You the one...
I'm collecting...
slinging sneakers like people sling rocks.
No, I don't. Trust me, because if I did... Anyway, you know what I mean? I'm over here grabbing... You know what I mean? I'm the type of person that if I see the bum on the street, I'd be like, is that can yours? Because... I need it.
I can't.
I need the can. You know, my wife over here got money bags. She want a warm towel. I didn't even know that they make those things.
They do.
That's what happens when you get money.
My sister got one from my dad a couple Christmases ago.
Did you grow up with a bidet? Yeah, she did. That's what the call for us. Anyway,
most certainly did not.
That was it. Like I said, my drinks are gonna be super simple, regular, romantic, great tips.
You'd be like, when you wake up in the morning, say good morning. When you go to bed, say good night. Tip of the week.
Well, you're a hater.
I have to cough one more time, so forgive me, family.
She's a hater, y'all. So, listen, that's something simple. It's just a simple, nice gesture, you know? So when you know what I mean?
I'm going to meet you with a towel,
when your significant other is getting out, just have a towel ready for them, you know? Help them dry off.
All the nooks and crannies?
I didn't say all that, see? You want to make jokes about it. See, to my lovers out there, this is just for you, you know, the educated.
Are you calling me stupid?
Well-thought people, you know?
I'm not, I don't think, well thought.
You know?
I'm not
we keep it simple, you know. You can give me a bag, you know. You can give me some gummy bears. I'm gonna be happy. Danny's all about the materialistic things.
You're fucking lying.
So you know,
I am nobody's materialistic.
You know? So my tips, you know, what I mean, it may not work for her, but it's gonna work for you.
We both know who's the materialistic one between you and I.
It's gonna work for you, and that's the tip of the week. The better tip. Whatever.
You were the materialistic one.
Anyway.
Sneakerhead.
And with that, I think we should go to our sponsor. I think it's time.
I think we should.
You know, embrace the process. It's Gainz time.
Hey friend, it's time for you to ditch those workout gloves and get the grip and wrist support you deserve. What do you suggest? You need to get the Gainz Load and Lock grips by Gainz Sports Gear. They are more durable than gloves, have a non-slip grip pad that provides grip support and added wrist support unlike your traditional workout gloves, and will protect your hands from calluses. Do they come in different colors? Not only do they come in different colors, but they are available for men and women. Do yourself a favor, go to GainzSportsGear.com. And remember, a better grip equals a better lift. Embrace the process.
And you can embrace the process by using our code LOVERS10 at Gainz. That's with a Z. GAINZ sportsgear.com. And use the code LOVERS10. You get 10% off your first order. Listen, winter is coming. So that's the perfect time to go work out. Because you don't want to be outside. So you go to the gym, get ready. Thanks to Gainz. And then you're going to be ready for the summer.
True that.
And now, back to the episode.
Alrighty, back on the air, and now it is time for a Lovers Quarrel letter, or DM, or message, or whatever, however they want to communicate with us. But I have one in front of me from a lover of ours, and it's pretty lengthy, so bear with us, but we will get through it. Alright, ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Alright, so this lover titled her message "Love and Marriage?" ? So she says, "I'm not very vocal about this unless it's for people close to me, but I figure your take on it will be useful. We appreciate that. About 5 years ago, I approached a guy first, the only time I've ever done that, and we became very close. We actually worked in the same building. So time went on. We spent a lot of time together. And I was younger and still naive, and being the caring, loving person I am, I was doing all that without getting anything in return in time. Excuse me. Fast forward, he moves, but it's still accessible to see each other. And then he drops the news on me that he's getting married. Of course, this is a real downer because he basically hid this for months from me. He had to, and that was that. We stopped speaking, but he would always try to reach out and communicate with me, and then after a while express that he loved me. That was hard for me because of the situation, and I expressed that we could still be friends, but after a while, I did not want to even do that. It didn't work because his feelings for me made me feel annoyed, and I didn't want to be friends with him because of it. I just would not want that to happen to me if I was married. I guess she's talking about if, like, she was a wife and her husband had some, like, situationship with somebody, and now he's like, oh, we're just friends. So she goes back to say, I've always been pro-love, so I wouldn't want to be that person that came between anything. As time went on, we have had on and off again strictly friendship, and he has expressed the things that his wife does that were not quote-unquote wifely according to him, and they have their own ups and downs and counseling and go to counseling, and even though he's still really unhappy. Although he needs the marriage to work, he's expressed to me that he's getting a divorce, and I myself asked him why he could not just pick up with whatever is going on anymore. Why can't put up with whatever's going on anymore. I didn't speak to him for months when he expressed this, and I told him I still do not want to be around him because I don't want to seem like a bad person when I'm not. This is the dilemma. He's the only guy to express how he feels continuously and show it despite me pushing him away, ignoring him, and knowing I've tried to find other guys to date. So I guess my questions are, there we go. How should I go about this situation? I still want to keep my distance because I want no parts and want to seem like it's because of me and his that he and his wife break up. Second question is, how do you figure out what's morally right? And she's like, I deserve to be with someone that genuinely shows that they care about me, but why of all people had to be the one in the worst situation? Because it's the one that I feel most strongly about. So she gave us a whole lot of backstory.
Which is perfect. And then I think what it comes down to is, how should she handle herself in this situation? So should she entertain it? So I'm going two ways with that. Mm-hmm. Because she shouldn't entertain it. Agreed. In the sense that if he's doing this to his wife and he took vows, then he may do the same thing to you.
How you get him is how you lose him.
But sometimes you can't force the heart to change how the heart feels. So if you do want to talk to him, I would make sure that he is divorced, so that way you don't have any of the moral.
Ask for paperwork.
Yeah.
You can probably look it up online too.
So those are my two for the first question. Like, one is like, you shouldn't mess with them, but as adults, we're all going to do what we want. If you are going to mess with him, make sure that he's truly not in a relationship anymore, because the one thing you don't want is to be lied to or made a fool out of, and then his wife comes around and be like, nah, like we're very much still together.
Who, like Dro and Molly and Candace on Insecure?
No, well, his wife never came around. He had an open relationship.
Allegedly. We still don't really know that.
But on the last episode, she saw him and she wasn't mad.
But that's because does she know that they were ever sleeping together? But let's not digress. I'm sorry.
I mean, you do that a lot. But saying that to say, it would be like loving hip hop.
Okay.
And
much better example.
It is, because Tiara was dating a guy who had like a polygamous... A harem. And he was trying to ease her in and then it backfired. So, and the wife knew about it, but she was just like, no. So, I mean, that is also a digression from it. Ultimately, my wife messed me up. Ultimately, I would say that if you do decide that you want to pursue it, because again, sometimes as people, we like to deal with fire. Just make sure that you know everything.
Okay.
So that way you can make a better decision. Your take?
I am a full supporter of leaving that nigga alone on all counts, on all sides, because ultimately it was a messy courtship. It was a messy way to find out that he's getting married. It was a messy way to start a marriage with somebody. And so it doesn't matter. It's always easy to say, oh, I love you, I think you're the best at this and the other, when like you're at odds because you're not even around each other all the time. But like, if he were to break up and divorce his wife and then start dating you exclusively or whatever, like, I think that would like still look like that. It just wouldn't be good. It just would be a setup for disaster, because you're only going off of what that person wants to show you. They're trying to send you their representative, not show you who they are at the end of the day. And so I think him saying and doing all these nice things and treating you well, that's him sending his representative. If you were to like get with him after he quote unquote is supposed to divorce his wife, or you would really get to know him. And I just think it's going to be a recipe for disaster. Like TJ said, people who are like, how you get them is how you lose them. So if he's like already trying to like check out of his marriage, what makes you think he's going to like stick around with you? So that's my take. Avoid that nigga at all costs.
What was the second question?
The second question, so she said, how do I handle the situation? How do you figure out what's morally right? I believe everyone is selfish, but I can't see myself being around him knowing another woman is hurting.
I mean, I think that's it right there. You know what's morally right. So, you know, I think this is one of those times that you have to go with what the feeling is, and go, like, instead of going with what your heart is telling you to do, go with what is morally right.
Yeah, but aren't those, like, you don't think those are one and the same?
What
your heart is telling you to do and what's morally right?
Not necessarily.
Well, I guess
That's like saying, that's like when they say like a guy thinks with his other head. Like, I may love this person, but I want to have sex with this person. Doesn't mean I don't love her. It just means that. But someone may say that you should. It's the same thing. So,
okay.
I just think that, you know, don't put yourself in a situation where you can set yourself up to fail. Pretty much. You know, don't get your hopes up.
Yes.
And then when the person doesn't change, or if the person isn't better, then you're questioning yourself, or you're upset with yourself. Ultimately, you got to make the best decision for yourself. And when you make that decision, you got to be able to live with that decision. And if you can't live with that decision, then that's kind of telling you what you should or shouldn't do.
And just because this person feels like he might be like the one, like he gets you so well and all the stuff like that, like, just don't buy it at all. But just run, girl. Stay away from him. Hold strong. Don't let him and his kind words and his "you treat me so good" mottos or whatever like warp your head, because ultimately he's trying to leave his wife for you or for whomever. And once that happens and he gets with you, who's to say he won't be on to the next one in another 6 months?
And just remember, based off of what you said in your story, it took him months to tell you that he was getting married, although he was talking to you, and he slipped it up with "I love you." Like, he kind of showed you who he was. And you gotta, you know, as people, we don't want to believe people when they show us who they are. We tend to be like, whoa, he was mean, but he wasn't mean to me. That doesn't mean that the person won't be mean to you.
Yeah.
He cheated on her, but doesn't mean he won't cheat on me. Like, you gotta kind of believe the people when they show you who they are.
check the evidence.
But to our lover, we appreciate the letter.
Absolutely. We hope it helped.
It was a great read with a lot of background information. And you're going to find the right person. I know you are.
Good luck, and let us know how things go.
And now it's time for our Lovers Quarrel.
Yep.
And do you have a theme song for us today?
Clear my throat, y'all. Sorry. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawn. And I'm not ashamed to say that's all I have right now. But consider it a warning because we are about to have beef.
What is our beef?
So our beef is theoretical in nature for you and I, but something that's very real for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Exes.
I got a lot of them. But go ahead.
Nigga, please. So, should you be, I don't want to say allowed, but is it in poor taste to speak with your ex after you've broken up and you're in a new relationship? I'm going to say it truly depends.
I'm going to say no.
No what?
I'm going to say, you said, is it in poor taste? No.
Oh, no, it's not in poor taste. I'm going to say it depends.
You can still speak to your ex.
I think you can speak to your ex if it's like you guys have clearly moved on from each other and y'all have like an established like friendship or, you know, now that things are over. But it's not like, oh, they glowed up or I miss them or something like that. Well, not even say I miss them, but like it was a amicable breakup or whatever. We're just friends, but like y'all, you being flirtatious and stuff like that. Like that, no, hell no.
I mean, I'm not saying that someone should be flirtatious, but what I got from it was, can you talk to your ex? And I'm saying, yeah. I mean,
about what though, or just in general?
It could just be in general. Maybe they didn't have a bad breakup. Maybe they just grew apart.
And that's why I said sometimes like it depends. But I also feel like it's just like if it was like the love of your life and they got away or things didn't work out, and then like y'all are having that constant conversation, then where do I fit into this?
I mean, as long as you're not keeping nothing from me, and it's just my personal belief. If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat. If you're gonna do something, you're gonna do something. If you're gonna have an inappropriate conversation, that's what you're gonna do. So, for me to be like, you can't speak to your ex, or you can't or you can't have male friends, or you can't do this, you can't do these things.
I agree that you shouldn't like tell people who I think you shouldn't tell people who they can and can't speak to. But I do agree that sometimes it might be like poor taste. So in
what
doing
ways?
Stuff. And like, you were my past. Why am I still dealing with people from my past that I don't know? I no longer want to surround myself with.
Do you still have childhood friends?
Yes,
They're
people who I no
past.
longer want to surround myself with.
But who's to say that you don't want to no longer surround yourself with your ex?
Touche, but I don't know. Okay, what if the new person that you date has had somebody cheat on them by going back to their ex, and so they're very like high strung about that? What would you do?
So I'm dating a new joint.
And she's
her
strong
last
and paranoid about people.
Her last boyfriend
cheated
with his ex.
Yes.
If me and my ex are still friends and I'm talking to her, I would allow them to meet. I would introduce them, and then that way she can feel comfortable.
Introduce them.
Huh?
You would introduce them?
Yeah, because if you have insecurities yourself,
you're trying to like quell the insecurity.
Because if I'm still friends with my ex, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're dating.
I just think that it can be a Pandora's box. Like you could be like on the most innocent of tips, but like as soon as you do it, it opens the floodgates.
It possibly
of
could.
The past, and then it's like.
But that can happen with anything.
It can, but we're talking about exes.
You can meet a new friend, and everything seems well, and you open up a Pandora's box. Now, should you be going to your ex and talking about your new partner with your ex? No.
No, of course not.
But to have a conversation with your ex, I mean, I just think it's a mature thing. I think it's
I still think it depends. I think because.
So if I had an ex, you're saying that you would have a problem with me talking to my ex?
I would say I'd have a problem if like every time, I wouldn't have a problem initially, but let's say every time we came around or I came around, it was like the mood shifted or she was like treating me some type of way, then I'd have an issue.
But why would she treat you some type of way? Why would we be together, all three of us?
I don't know. You said you're introducing us.
No. See, you're taking two different stories and bringing them together.
Okay.
I said that if my new girl, so if I had an ex that I was still talking to as my friend, and you had a problem with my ex, I would bring you around my ex so that way you could see like there's nothing there. That's what I'm saying.
What if your ex, what if you did then your ex started acting funny?
Acting funny like how?
Like being more flirtatious or being more, ringing your phone, calling your phone more often, doing all types of shit like that. Then what?
If my ex was that our relationship? Is that just my relationship period?
Like what do you mean?
Like am I just flirtatious period? Like is that just who I am?
No.
I'm not. So I get around her and now I'm a different person.
Yes, now you just Prince motherfucking Charming.
I mean,
but I'm supposed to be okay with you talking to her.
No, that would be a little bit different. I would suppose. All I'm saying is that as adults, and this is just me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I just feel like as an adult, you know how you feel and everything else, and it's okay to be an adult and do adult things. It's okay to still be friends with your ex as long as y'all didn't break up on bad terms. As long as it's not like we really loved each other, but this person moved away, so that's why we broke up, and now they're back in my life.
Okay.
But I don't see that there's nothing wrong with you having a relationship with your ex as long as it's not affecting your current relationship.
Trying to rekindle shit. Basically, is right? Like that's the thing. Like you don't want to, as long as they're not trying to like rekindle it.
I mean, I'm not trying to. What I'm trying to say is that if you had an ex that you wanted to talk to, if your ex was to hit you up today, I wouldn't be like you can't talk to him. I wouldn't be like why is he hitting you up now?
You wouldn't be like, why is he hitting you up all of a sudden?
Nah, I feel like I would make jokes about it.
You make jokes, but you be prying because you want to know.
I'll be prying?
Like, not prying, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be asking questions.
I may ask you after the fact, but I'm not going to be on some, like, let me see your phone, let me check your messages. And that's just me.
No, I'm not that type of person. I'm not
I'm saying is that
messages. All I'm saying is that
personal.
Sometimes it can be a gateway to more issues down the line. So I think you have to be very selective about if and when you share or you reach back into your past to speak to those people, to engage them in what you're doing.
What if that person was never in my past? What if they were my past, but when I met you, this person was still in my life?
I don't know. I mean, if they're still in your life consistently, there's exceptions. But if it's just like all of a sudden it's a pop-up, I don't know. I'm side-eyeing.
You're side-eyeing.
I'm a little hesitant.
So my 8th grade girlfriend came back in my life. You side-eyeing.
Fuck you doing here?
That's the energy that you're going to have.
It's not a class reunion.
That's the energy you're going to have. It's not a class reunion.
Yep.
I just got on Facebook. It showed me you. I was checking on you.
Who just getting on Facebook? Oh, you mean like she just have to sign on?
She just
having to just join Facebook?
There's some people who don't have Facebook. Is it not?
There is. She can go.
Okay.
I hope that helped clarify where I stood on all of that.
I'm gonna make sure, all my ex-girlfriends, make sure y'all don't hit me up.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
He good. That's what social media for.
What?
You can check up on people from afar.
Nah.
You can friend request me and you can double tap.
You just so friend request leads to conversation. Hey, I haven't seen you in years. How's everything?
Nope. You look with your eyes, not with your mouth.
Look with your eyes, not with your mouth. Okay. So you're not for people speaking to their exes?
Most times, no, I'm not.
Most times you're not. Okay. Okay.
I ain't with the shits, y'all.
You're a gangster.
Bang, bang.
And
Pow, pow.
I want to throw one more quarrel in there.
What's up?
Since we're just talking about since I got on social media, Kanye, your favorite artist, tweeted, "We should be able to participate in social media without having to show how many followers or likes we have. Just like how we can turn off the comments, we should be able to turn off the display of followers. This has an intense negative impact on our self-worth." Do you agree?
I do agree that chasing likes and followers is something that pretty much a lot of people do.
I hear a but.
But there's a lot of people who don't impact them at all. Like myself, I feel like myself and you. But I do think that like maybe if there's some type of way to like monitor, like let's say like kids or they're a certain age, because that stuff, just all those highlights, all those reels of those things. Sorry, I quickly lost my train of thought. Basically, I think that keeping the followers and the likes and stuff like that hidden has a purpose. But I think that because people do use it for feeling like they need to be, how do I want to say? They want to be popular. Basically, that's what it boils down to. But so by covering that stuff or making it that you can turn it off, can help with certain people, with people's like self-esteem or confidence on social platforms.
So you're on the fence with it.
I'm kind of on the fence with it. I think with kids, I feel like it would work.
Social media's the devil. I say that all the time.
Every episode.
And I think it's perfect. I think it would be dope if they did it where you can't see other people's comments unless they were like your friends.
But then doesn't that take away from the community vibe that is social media?
Yeah, but that would also take away from people who's trolling just to troll. You got to be my friend to be able to be able to put a message. And everybody can see what I'm putting. I think that social media has given people more power than they deserve.
Absolutely.
And if you take that away, I mean, think about it like think about like NBA players, right? Mm-hmm. We see how much they make. Why is that even public? NFL players, you see how much they make. Mm-hmm. Why is that public? It's not public. It's not public how much my manager makes. It's not public how much my colleagues make. But these high, we do the Forbes lists and we show how much these artists are making and everything else. Why are we glorifying that? Mm-hmm. Why are we glorifying how much in this location people make? Like, my thing is, it seems like it's strategic on what they're trying to do. And I think that we should start limiting what you can see, what you can view, how it shows. And I think if you can't see people's followers, I think if you can't see people's comments, it'll change a lot. Imagine if someone can post a picture and nobody can comment.
I mean, they can, but it just
no.
Like
you can turn off the comments, but I'm saying, imagine if people just posted and that was it. It was just there, it was there, and then you can have your own conversation with somebody in person, but you don't have to go under somebody's post to be like, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
I just think it would change the game. I would like, this is the smartest thing he said. If I can't see your followers, you can't see my followers. But let's take away everything, because a lot of people follow. So If I see that this person likes this, then I'm going to go buy this.
Yeah.
If I see this person listen to this music, I'm going to listen to this music. If I see this person start dressing like this, I'm going to start dressing like this. So I think taking away the opportunity for people to be able to follow, they'll have to blaze their own trail.
Okay, fair enough.
Sound like you conceded. I like that. I know I like that.
It's definitely an esteem issue that it softens my heart a little bit about that, but
I just think that we're in a world where social media is so important, and
everything falls by the wayside.
Social media is like, there's people out there who wants to be social media. They want to be YouTubers. That's a career. Mm-hmm. They want to talk about video games. That's a career. Like, the stuff that growing up, like, you can get paid to play video games.
Yeah.
Growing up, it was told like you couldn't, which I don't want to take away from being able to dream. I think it's amazing that this generation is allowed to think about things and do it.
Yeah.
The fact that we're sitting here and we're doing our own podcast.
This is true.
20 years ago, this would have never been able to happen.
Shit, even 10. So
I think that's dope. But I also think that with it leaves a falsehood. Mm-hmm. There's one person who makes a podcast and they're super successful. And now everyone think they could be super successful, and that's not the case. It's one person who can do YouTube videos, and everyone thinks they could do YouTube videos. One person who's a great video gamer, and everybody think that they're a great video gamer. Mm-hmm. And then you have people striving for these things but not understand, like, they just see the end result, but they don't see the work that goes into it. Yeah. And I think that's what people forget. Like with social media, you always see the end product.
You don't see all the work that
you don't see the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You don't see the arguments. You don't see the fights. You don't see the blood, sweat, and tears. You don't see Did I say arguments? I think I did. I don't know.
You want to roll? Go ahead, babe.
You don't see everything, and that's where I'm kind of like,
cut it all out.
Cut it off, because you have people commenting about things, but they don't know what that person went through to make it. You got people commenting on kids, and that shit is hurtful.
Absolutely.
Like, growing up, you don't touch kids. You know what I mean? But now, we're like, there used to be codes, and now there's no codes, and that's my biggest thing. Social media has made it that fuck codes. You could be as disrespectful as you want to be.
From the safety of your own home.
So Kanye, I think you were truly on to something, and that's it.
I think you were passionate about that point, and I can understand and respect it. So I will sort of concede on that one.
Hey, listen, mark the date, y'all. She conceded. And on that note, listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode of Lovers Quarrel. I am your guy, TJ, the ambassador of the new cool. That's the girl, Dani. What is your tagline?
The permanently exhausted pigeon.
Listen, you can follow us on IG at Lovers Quarrel Show.
Bam.
Twitter, Lovers Quarrel 7. Send us your emails at loversquarrelshow@gmail.com, or you can DM me or DM us on IG or Twitter. And listen, we appreciate you. We always appreciate y'all. This concludes our episode. And later. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Beyonce.
Fuck out of here. Drizzy Drake.
Beyonce.
That's so weird though. That came out of nowhere.
I have to be ready. Sitting already. Beyonce.